are some more guiding truths, the last set on our list, that I would like to share with you this week to inspire a more peaceful, empowered, grounded, and connected life. These are things I've learned along my journey, and these are things I practice and encourage others to contemplate, integrate, and embody. Of course, some of these are easier than others. These guiding truths are centered around self awareness, mindfulness of self, inward happenings, and outward actions. And I approach these from a deeply spiritual and also neuroscientific perspective. So let's unpack the last set together. Number one on our list today is to travel light, to make good use of your resources, and if you've been blessed, remember to bless others. When we choose to travel light, we nurture the spiritual truth that true abundance is found through fluid circulation rather than stagnant accumulation. When we choose to consciously release outdated mental constructs, behaviors, and emotional baggage alongside physical items, old places, or relationships that no longer align with our inner truth or purpose, we become lighter. Neurobiologically, clinging to obsolete ideas, toxic environments, or excessive material possessions triggers chronic anxiety and forces our brain to expend energy maintaining rigid neural pathways tied to our old identity or past identity. And that makes things kind of difficult, especially if we wish to grow and evolve. When we intentionally lighten our load, either by sharing our old psychological weight or choosing to bless others with our surplus, we deactivate these threat responses and engage our brain's reward center, flooding our nervous system with dopamine and oxytocin. Ultimately, detaching from outdated spaces, things, and habits optimizes our neural pathways for genuine fulfillment and inner peace. The next one on our list is to love wisely. Why? Because we can't love everyone, but we can love those we can well. Our brain is fundamentally constrained by cognitive and emotional limits, referred to as Dunbar's number. That's about 150 people. And I'll make a recording on this later, but for now, that basically indicates that our neural circuitry is not equipped to maintain deep, high quality attachment bonds with an infinite number of people. Attempting to scatter our emotional resources too thinly activates chronic stress pathways, draining our nervous system and diluting our capacity for genuine connection. But by intentionally focusing our relational energy on a chosen few, we optimize our production of oxytocin and endorphins, strengthening the specific neural pathways responsible for deep trust, empathy, and emotional safety. So ultimately, being selective allows us to love deeply rather than superficially, proving that relational boundary setting honors both our spiritual depth and our social biology, wiring us for stable, high impact bonds. Bonds that are built on shared values, mutual respect, and genuine reciprocal care for each other's well being. We can hold universal goodwill for many, and we should, but our deepest connections will be fewer, and that is healthy and sustainable and good. Next on our list is to never stop learning. Why? Because it keeps you young. Engaging in continuous education, particularly through microlearning, where we absorb information in bite-sized, manageable increments, directly stimulates neuroplasticity and maintains our cognitive processing speed. And that's very important. Breaking down complex ideas into short, focused sessions prevents cognitive overload, while consistently triggers neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons in our hippocampus. This steady stream of mental stimuli boosts the production of brain-derived neurotropic factor, BDNF for short, a vital protein that strengthens our synaptic connections and shields us from age-related memory decline. And that is also super important and beneficial for us, right? Scientists frequently refer to BDNF as as a fertilizer, basically, for our brain, because it acts exactly like a high-quality fertilizer for our neural pathways. Basically, integrating small bursts of daily learning into our routine preserves our executive functions and strengthens our brain networks and keeps our mind youthful and resilient. Next on our list is to be the light. Why? Because sometimes all we need is just to show up and be there for either ourselves or somebody else. No special skill set is needed, only our presence. Listen, we live in a world that is designed to keep us isolated, and chronic loneliness has become a silent epidemic that fractures our emotional health and keeps our nervous system in a constant state of defensive alertness. Choosing to be the light is our active rebellion against this social conditioning. It requires no specialized skill set, only our willingness to show up as a steady, compassionate witness for ourselves and also for others. When we offer our presence, we instantly bridge the illusion of spiritual separation, triggering our mirror neurons to forge an immediate bond of deep emotional resonance, connection basically with others. We live in a world where we desperately need each other. Whether we are holding space for our own healing or standing quietly beside someone else, so to speak, our very presence and undivided attention serve as a powerful medicine that heals the systemic fracture of a disconnected society. Now, with all that said, I'll end this series and I'll end this recording. And I hope you enjoyed listening and found some inspiration, peace, or empowerment in my words. And if so, subscribe and come back for more. I'll leave you with all of this for now. Have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next time.